Okay, so picture this. You're in the final set tiebreaker at the U.S. Open.
Oh, yeah.
The crowd is going absolutely bonkers. The score is even.
Yeah, the pressure's on.
You are Taylor Fritz facing off against France's TFO.
Intense.
How do you stay focused? How do you find that motivation when everything is on the line? That is what we are diving into today.
Oh, I love it.
We are going deep into sports psychology. We're going to be pulling out some really fascinating insights, actually, from the U.S. Open this year.
Cool.
So it turns out acing those high-pressure moments,
Right.
it's not just about physical skill.
Right.
It's about mindset.
Mental game is huge.
It is.
Yeah.
And the really cool part is you have the power to change yours.
You do.
You absolutely do.
It's interesting. We often see even the most, gifted athletes, just crumble when the pressure gets high.
Yes.
They start strong, but then as the stakes rise, the doubt creeps in.
Right. It's like what happened with that young Spanish player we were reading about.
Oh, yeah. I know who you're talking about.
He was dominant.
Early on, early matches.
Totally.
But then when things got tight in those final sets, he just seemed to lose his confidence, lose his composure, and you could really see that demotivation.
You could feel it.
Have you ever felt anything similar?
Oh, for sure. And it's incredibly common.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's a very fascinating psychological reason behind this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm intrigued.
So a lot of us, without even realizing it, we tie our motivation to external factors.
Okay.
So things like pleasing a coach or winning approval or even avoiding disappointment.
Oh, yeah.
Like we don't want to let people down.
Right.
And the problem is when we base our why on needing that validation from others, it becomes really fragile under pressure.
It makes sense.
Because, if success is uncertain, our self-esteem takes a hit, and then that anxiety can really mess with our performance.
Yeah. Wow. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So how do we break free from that external validation trap?
Right.
I keep thinking about Taylor Fritz's amazing comeback against TFO in the Open.
I mean, it was a total pressure cooker.
It was electric.
Fritz was down 2-1.
Down bad.
But he just dug deep.
He dug deep.
And he rallied to win in 5.
It was amazing to watch.
The energy in that stadium was electric.
Oh, totally.
That was a textbook example of mental toughness in action.
Textbook.
I think it's so fascinating to look at what Fritz did differently.
What'd he do?
Well, he recognized TFO's skill. Right? And he knew it was a tough challenge ahead, but then he very intentionally shifted his focus inward.
Okay.
He concentrated on giving his absolute all to avoid any future regrets.
I love that.
He said, and I quote, "If I didn't give it everything I had, I was going to regret it for a long time."
Powerful.
It is such a powerful statement.
Yeah.
But what I found really interesting was that it wasn't just a pep talk.
Okay.
He actually used very specific phrases to stay focused and motivated in those really crucial moments.
Oh, yeah. He did little mantras almost.
Yeah, they were like his secret weapon. He would repeat things like, stay in it and fight.
Stay in it and fight.
No regrets.
I love it.
Give it absolutely everything.
Yeah.
And these weren't just random words. These were very powerful mental reminders of his why.
Right.
Anchoring him back to that internal motivation.
Yeah. I love that.
Okay, so how do we figure out our own personal why? What are the steps to tap into that inner drive?
It all starts with asking yourself 3 fundamental questions.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right. Number 1.
Hit me.
What do you truly want
Okay.
from your chosen field or challenge?
Okay.
Number 2, what does success look like to you?
Personally.
Personally, not to anybody else, just you.
Got it.
And number 3,
Okay.
what are your goals?
Not my parents.
Not your parents.
Not my bosses.
Not your bosses. Yours. Write them down.
I love that.
Yeah.
So it's all about owning your goals and motivations, right?
Absolutely.
You're not doing it for anybody else but yourself.
You got it. I like that.
And when your drive comes from within, it becomes this incredible source of power.
Yeah.
You're no longer performing to avoid disappointing others.
Right.
You're playing for yourself.
Yeah.
And that makes all the difference.
I love that this is so empowering.
It is.
Okay. So we've identified our why.
Yes.
We've crafted our power phrases.
Okay.
How do we actually put this into practice in our daily lives?
So think about those phrases that truly resonate with you.
Okay.
The ones that spark that inner fire.
Uh-huh.
Maybe it's be my best.
Okay.
Maybe it's make the most of this opportunity.
I like that.
Or even no regrets, just like Fritz.
Yeah.
Write them down.
Yeah.
Visualize them.
Okay.
And most importantly, repeat them like a mantra when the pressure starts to build.
This is brilliant.
Yeah.
And you know what's so cool is that these mental strategies aren't just for elite athletes.
No, they're not.
We can apply them to any high-stakes situation, whether it's a big presentation at work,
For sure.
a crucial job interview.
Or even just pushing through a tough personal challenge.
100%.
We all face those moments that feel like our own personal final set.
Right.
Where the pressure's on and we need to find that extra gear.
We all have those moments.
So here's a final thought for you to chew on.
Okay.
What is your why?
Good question.
What is that cue phrase that's going to help you stay in the fight
Right.
and give it everything you've got
Give it your all
when it matters most?
when it matters.
That's it for this deep dive.
Awesome.
See you next time.
But